Well, many of you are still waiting for the housing market to turn around so you can sell your house. If you're not having any luck, well, renting your home is an option, but there are some things you should consider before you put that for rent sign out there. Deanna Daughhetee, the president of American Equity Mortgage, is here to point us in the right direction. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, a lot of people can relate to this because
Yes.
before, the housing market dropped, people had no problem going and finding their new house before selling their old house, but that is certainly not the case now. They want to sell their house now before they even commit
Right.
to a new house.
Right.
But
and it is much more challenging to sell right now,
Oh, yes.
just with this market that we're in.
So there is the option of renting. I know this. I went that route.
Yes.
But when do you know this is the right option for you?
Yeah, there's several things to consider because the pluses of doing it are that you have an investment property now that the rent helps you pay for, and then you get all the tax benefits from it. So now you can write off on your taxes the depreciation and repairs that you make to the house, and of course your property taxes and mortgage interest on it. So it helps you save money while you're also continuing to build equity in that property.
A lot of people are finding, though, that now the renting market is very competitive, and so they're having to adjust their rent. So what happens if you can't rent your house for the amount your mortgage is every month?
Yeah, that's one of the big considerations, because in the ideal situation, you would get enough rent to pay all the payments on it, your mortgage, your taxes, the insurance, any repairs that have to be made, so that you have enough cash flow to pay for all of those things, and then you get the tax benefit. If because of the market you can't get enough rent, then that's a consideration you need to make of whether it makes sense for you to try to hold on to that property and still buy another property to move into or not. And because you're going to have two mortgages.
Right, exactly. And people also need to realize that maybe if they're sitting on this property, it's going to take a while for it to appreciate again if they would like to turn it around and sell it. So you may be committing for quite some time for this, for renting it out.
That's right. I mean, one of the good things is you can, change your mind. I mean, if you put a year lease on it, so you're only committed to a year, and you could still decide to sell it at that point. So you're not locked in, but it is likely going to take some time for the market to recover. So if you really want to sell it, this is a good step in between for the market to recover.
And if you are going to go this route and you've decided you want to purchase a new house, you have a couple of mortgage options for people to consider.
Well, what you're really doing is when you purchase a property that you're not going to live in, then that typically is at higher interest rates. So the situation you would be in would be you would still be able to get the lower interest rates because you're actually purchasing a home that you're going to live in. So the one that you already have the mortgage on becomes your investment property. So you kind of get a benefit there because when you bought that home, you had your lower rates. Yeah.
Versus someone who's staying in their home but wants to start getting in the rental market. Okay. And was there another one about ratio? The mortgage to debt ratio that you have to consider? Yeah,
well, one of the big things is you have to obviously have enough income to make your payments, but you've got two mortgage payments now, so both of them will get factored into whether you can qualify for that second mortgage.
Okay, thank you. Very good information. Deanna Daughhetee with us from American Equity Mortgage, and you can call Deanna for more information at 314-878-9999 or go to AmericanEquity.com. Thank you. Well, next on Great Day St. Louis, some simple ways you can help make life a little easier for St. Louisans living with MS. Also ahead, we're cleaning up with the help of today's Yaller deal, literally. We'll fill you in on that a little bit later.